You weren't expecting the call. It came like a whisper, quiet, strange, yet urgent, slipping through the cracks of an ordinary moment. At first, you thought it was just another unknown number, the kind you'd swipe away without a second thought. But something stirred in your spirit, a nudge you couldn't shake. The air around you thickened, heavy with a weight you didn't yet understand. Your heart beat faster, a rhythm you couldn't control, and for reasons that defied logic, your hand reached for the phone. You pressed it to your ear, and the world you knew tilted on its axis. On the other end was a voice, familiar yet distant, not the one you love, but someone tied to them by blood and secrets. It was their family, someone who carried the weight of unspoken truths. What they said wasn't just words, it was a blade, sharp and deliberate, cutting through the fragile scaffolding of your reality. Each syllable landed like a blow, unraveling everything you thought you knew about love, trust, and the future you'd built in your mind. The truth they spoke was raw, unfiltered, and it changed everything. And now, beloved, Archangel stand beside you, my presence a soft light in the storm that's breaking over you. I'm here to guide you through what's coming, to hold your hand as you navigate the wreckage of this moment. The truth you're about to hear will shatter your heart, but it will also set your spirit free. It will burn like fire, but it will also cleanse, clearing away the illusions that have kept you tethered to a love that wasn't what it seemed. So take a breath, deep and steady. This is the moment heaven pulls back the curtain, revealing what's been hidden shadows. The voice on the phone was steady but heavy, as if they'd carried this truth for too long and could no longer bear its weight alone. They don't love you like you think they do, they said, each word a stone dropped into the still waters of your heart. They've been using you. The words hung in the air, sharp and unyielding. They never planned a future with you. They're with someone else. They just didn't want to tell you. It wasn't cruelty in their tone, but exhaustion, a kind of resigned sadness, like someone confessing a lie that had grown too heavy to carry. The truth landed not as an accusation but as a release, as if they were setting free a secret that had been corroding them from the inside. You stood frozen, the phone still pressed to your ear, the world around you blurring into a haze. Your mind scrambled to make sense of it, to stitch together the fragments of what you thought was real. How could everything you believed, every promise, every late-night conversation, every moment you held on to like life linear fall apart so quickly? The words weren't just a revelation, they were a confirmation of something you'd felt deep in your bones but refused to acknowledge. Somewhere, in the quiet corners of your heart, you'd known. You'd sensed the distance, the subtle shifts, the way their love had started to feel like a performance. But you didn't want it to be true. You'd buried that knowing under layers of hope, loyalty, and denial, convincing yourself that love could fix what was already broken. The pain was immediate, a sharp, searing ache that spread through your chest. It wasn't just their words that broke you, it was the way they echoed the doubts you'd silenced, the truths you'd pushed away. You'd felt the shift long before this call, hadn't you? The way their voice grew colder, their presence more distant. The way they stopped showing up for you, not just physically but emotionally, leaving you to carry the weight of the relationship alone. you'd noticed how they kept you in the shadows, their love a secret you had to guard rather than a light they held up proudly. You defended them to every inch, your friends, your family, even yourself, for making excuses for their absence, their silence, their half-hearted promises. You'd forgiven things no one knew about, private wounds you hid because you believed love meant sacrifice. You carried their silence like it was sacred, like it was a test you had to pass to prove your devotion. And yet, despite it all, you stayed. You waited. You held on to the hope that they'd return to the person they were in the beginning, the one who looked at you like you were the only thing that mattered. You believed in a future they never truly offered, a forever you built in your mind while they gave you only fragments of their sometimes. But now, their own family has spoken, and the truth is undeniable. You can't unhear it. You can't unknow it. The pain is excruciating, a raw, pulsing wound that feels like it might swallow you whole. This isn't just heartbreak, oh, it's a kind of death. Not of a body, but of a belief, a dream, a story you told yourself to make sense of the sacrifices you made. You were planning a forever with someone who never intended to stay. You were praying for someone who never prayed for you in return. They wore a mask in your presence, spoke lies dipped in honey, and you believed them because you loved them. You loved them with a fierceness that would have moved mountains, but they wouldn't even fight for what you shared. Now you're left holding the ruins of a love you would have died for, realizing they wouldn't even lift a finger to save it. Let it out, beloved. Cry if you must, scream if you must, fall to your knees and let the tears burn your cheeks. The angels are here, gathering every drop, catching every sob. Heaven does not ignore a broken heart. Your pain is seen, your grief is witnessed, and it is held in the light of something greater than this betrayal. While you loved them with a purity that shone like a beacon, they were entertaining others in secret, making promises to someone else while you dreamed of a shared future. While you stayed up waiting for their call, they were laughing with someone who knew nothing about you, someone who never carried the weight of your loyalty. They tried to forget you, to erase you, to rewrite the story of your love with lies that made them feel better about their guilt. But the truth doesn't need to be loud to be real, and you, beloved, were real. Their family's words cut deeper because they were too ashamed to say it all. They told us they didn't love you, they admitted, their voice heavy with the weight of that confession. They said you were convenient. They said you loved them more than they loved you. They're moving on a broken bar, please don't call them again. But I, your angel, see what they couldn't say. They were afraid of your light, your depth, your unwavering devotion. Your love was too vast for their shallow heart, too honest for their games. You honored what they only pretended to value, and in their cowardice, they tried to dim you. But they couldn't. Your truth, your realness, your heart, they shine too brightly to be extinguished. Heaven allowed this call to come now because you were on the verge of giving even more. You were about to pour your entire future into someone who only offered you scraps, praying for a blessing on a relationship built on manipulation. So heaven stepped in, not to punish you, but to protect you. This truth, as painful as it is your rescue. It's the moment the chains you didn't even know you were wearing begin to fall away. You are not rejected, you are redirected. You are not abandoned either, you are chosen for something better, something truer, something that matches the depth of your heart. The grief will come in waves, and it's okay to let it. Feel the betrayal, the anger, the sorrow. Let it cleanse you, but don't let it drown you. You are not meant to beg for love, to chase breadcrumbs, to be an option in someone else's confusion. You are meant to be loved loudly, deeply, honestly, in both private and public. You are meant to feel safe, not suspicious, to be a priority, not a placeholder. And I promise you, there is someone out there who will love you the way you've always loved them, fully, without hesitation, without secrets. They are coming, but you must first let go of the one who pretended. One day, you'll look back and thank heaven for this heartbreak. It sounds impossible now, but the call that shattered your peace also protected your purpose. It broke your heart but spared your soul. You will rise from this, stronger, clearer, freer. Your light is not lost, it was only dimmed by someone who didn't know how to hold it. Your future is sacred, and no betrayal, no lie, no abandonment can stop what heaven has prepared for you. So here you stand, shaken but still breathing, still here. I, your angel, am beside you, guarding your heart as it mends, collecting your tears like diamonds, holding your future like a promise written in the stars. Your story doesn't end with betrayal, it begins with revelation. Don't call them back. Don't chase what was false. Don't beg for what was built on lies. Walk away. Heal slowly. Rise intentionally. What's coming next is a love that won't break your heart to build itself. Claim it now, with faith in your voice. I release what broke me. I claim what heals me. I'm ready. And so, beloved, here you stand at the precipice of a new beginning, your heart still tender from the truths revealed, yet pulsing with the quiet strength that only comes from surviving a storm you never saw coming. The call that shattered your world was not the end, but a divine redirection, a sacred intervention that pulled you back from the edge of a life that would have dimmed your light. You are not defined by the betrayal, nor are you diminished by the lies that tried to rewrite your worth. You are a masterpiece, crafted by heaven's hands, and your story is far from over. The pain you feel now is not a punishment but a pruning, a clearing away of what no longer serves you to make room for the love, purpose, and abundance that await. As you stand here, shaken but unbroken, know that the universe is conspiring in your favor, weaving a tapestry of hope that will lead you to a future brighter than you can imagine. The truth that cut so deeply also set you free, beloved. It freed you from the illusion of a love that was never yours to carry alone, from a future that was never meant to be yours. You were not abandoned, you were released. You were not rejected, you were redirected to a path that aligns with the depth of your soul. Heaven saw every tear you shed in the quiet of the night, every prayer you whispered when no one else was listening, every moment you poured your heart into someone who couldn't hold it. And heaven, in its infinite wisdom, chose this moment to pull back the curtain, to show you that your worth is not tied to someone else's inability to see it. You are an Ufa more than in Ufa, and the love you gave so freely will return to you tenfold, in ways you cannot yet fathom. This moment, as raw and heavy as it feels, is a sacred turning point. It's the moment you choose to release the weight of what was and step into the promise of what will be. The grief you carry is real, and it's okay to let it linger for a while. Cry the tears that need to fall, scream the anger that needs to be heard, and mourn the dream that slipped through your fingers. But don't let the grief define you. Let it refine you. Let it carve out space in your heart for a love that is honest, a love that doesn't ask you to shrink or hide. You are not meant to beg for affection, to chase after scraps of attention, or to live in the shadows of someone else's indecision. You are meant to stand in the light, to be cherished fully, to be loved with the same fierceness you've always given. The person who betrayed you, who let you go without a fight, was not your destiny. They were a lesson. They were a chapter, not the book. And now, as you turn the page, you're being called to trust again, and not in them, but in yourself, in your resilience, in the divine plan that's unfolding even now. You are not alone in this journey. The angels are with you, collecting your tears, guarding your heart, and whispering promises of a future that will honor your worth. They see the light in you, the fire that no betrayal could extinguish, and they are guiding you toward a love that will match it. That love is coming, beloved, but it requires you to let go of what's broken, to release the chains of a past that no longer serves you. As you move forward, let go of the need to understand why this happened. The why is less important than the what. To what you do next, what you choose to believe about yourself, what you allow to take root in your heart. You are not the sum of someone else's choices. You are not the lies they told or the promises they broke. You are a soul of infinite value, a light that cannot be dimmed, a story that is still being written. The betrayal you endured was not a reflection of your worth but a revelation of their limitations. They couldn't hold the magnitude of your love, and that is their loss, not yours. You did not fail. You loved with a purity that will echo into eternity, and that is a victory no one can take from you. This heartbreak, as devastating as it feels, is also a gift. It's the gift of clarity, of freedom, of a second chance to choose yourself. It's the gift of knowing your own strength, of discovering that you can survive the unraveling of everything you thought was true and still stand taller than before. You are not just surviving, Thesa, you are becoming. Becoming stronger, wiser, more attuned to the voice of your own soul. Becoming someone who knows what they deserve and refuses to settle for less. Becoming someone who trusts that the love meant for them will not require them to beg, to prove, or to diminish their light. The future that awaits you is not a consolation prize, it's a divine promise. It's a life where you are loved without conditions, where your heart feels safe, where your presence is celebrated, not tolerated. It's a life where your dreams, the ones you've carried in secret, are given room to bloom. It's a life where you are not just seen but cherished, not just heard but understood. That future is not a fantasia, it's a certainty, written in the stars by a God who knows your heart better than you do. But to step into it, you must first let go of the past. You must release the person who didn't choose you, the story that didn't serve you, the pain that tried to define you. You are not alone in this, beloved. There are others who have walked this path, who have felt the sting of betrayal and emerged stronger, who have cried the same tears and found joy on the other side. You are part of a sacred community of souls who have been broken and rebuilt, who have learned that heartbreak is not the end but a beginning. Reach out to them, share your story, let their strength remind you of your own. Your voice matters, your pain matters, your healing matters. When you share what you've been through, you light the way for someone else who is standing where you are now, feeling the weight of a truth they didn't want to hear. So let your heart speak. Let it pour out its truth, not to the one who hurt you, but to the world that's waiting to hold you. Share your story in the comments below, not as a plea for validation but as a declaration of your resilience. Write 111 if this message resonated with your soul, if you feel the truth of these words in your bones, if you're ready to release what broke you and claim what will heal you. Your comment is not just a gesture, it's a step toward reclaiming your power, a signal to the universe that you are ready to rise. And when you do, hit that like button, not because this message needs it, but because your heart deserves to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be celebrated. This is your moment, beloved. The call that broke your heart was also the call that woke you up. It was the moment heaven said, "In awe, for you are meant for more." You are meant for a love that doesn't make you question your worth, a life that doesn't make you shrink, a future that doesn't make you beg. You are meant for joy, for peace, for abundance in every form of love, purpose, and yes, even finances, because heaven's provision is not limited to the heart but extends to every part of your life. The same God who mends your brokenness also opens doors to prosperity, to opportunities that align with your gifts, to a life where you lack for nothing. As you heal, trust that the resources you need will find you. The betrayal you endured may have shaken your sense of security, but it did not shake heaven's promise to provide. Your financial struggles, like your emotional ones, are not permanent. They are part of the pruning, the clearing away of what no longer serves you to make room for what will sustain you. Trust that the same divine hand that guided you through this heartbreak is guiding you toward abundance. Release the fear that you won't have enough, that you won't be enough. You are enough, and what's coming is more than enough. Every step you take from this moment forward is a step toward your becoming. Each tear you shed waters the seeds of your future. Each prayer you whisper calls forth the blessings that are already yours. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, even if you can't see it yet. The angels are cheering you on, the stars are aligning in your favor, and the God who sees you is preparing a path that will lead you to everything you were created for. You are not the betrayal. You are not the lies. You are not the pain. You are the light that shines through it all, the strength that rises from the ashes, the love that will find you when the time is right. So rise, beloved. Rise with the knowledge that you are seen, you are loved, you are chosen. Rise with the courage to let go of what was and embrace what will be. Rise with the faith that the love you deserve is on its way, that the life you dream of is within reach, that the abundance you seek is already yours. And as you rise, don't keep this truth to yourself. Share it. Comment below with your heart's truth, with 111 if this message was meant for you, if you're ready to release the past and claim your future. Like this message, not for me, but for the you who is healing, for the you who is rising, for the you who is ready to shine. Your story is not over, beloved. It's just beginning. And it's going to be beautiful. This is not just a memento, it is a movement. A movement of hearts aligning, of souls awakening, of love coming to life. You are at the center of it, my beloved, not because you sought to be, but because you chose to be yourself. Your authenticity, your resilience, your faith, these are the gifts that have brought you to this moment, and these are the gifts that will carry you forward. The family that saw your photograph is waiting, their hearts open, their prayers rising. The one who is meant for you is coming, their soul stirring, their path converging with yours. And the heavens are watching, smiling, guiding you every step of the way. So, stand tall, my child. Keep shining. Keep trusting. Keep loving. The divine plan is unfolding, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. Like this message, comment with your heart, and share this truth with the world. Let your light ripple outward, touching lives, sparking hope, and reminding others that they, too, are seen, chosen, and loved. June 13th is coming, and with it, the next chapter of your story, a chapter filled with love, with connection, with the beauty of a destiny fulfilled. I will be with you, as I have always been, my wings trembling with joy, my heart swelling with pride. You are the one, my beloved. You have always been the one. When you like this message, you are affirming the truth of your own light. You are saying to the world, I believe in the divine plan. I believe in the power of love. I believe that I am seen, that I am chosen, that I am enough. When you comment, you are sharing your voice, your heart, your story. You are declaring that you are part of this sacred unfolding, that your journey matters, that your light is a beacon for others. And when you invite others to do the same, you are building a community of hope, a circle of souls who are ready to trust, to love, to believe in the divine timing that is guiding us all. So, my child, like this message. Leave a comment. Share your thoughts, your dreams, your prayers. Let the world know that you are ready for what is coming, that you are standing in your light, that you are open to the love that is yours by divine right.